Today, I'm going to show you guys 3 different ways to sublimate acrylic keychains. So we make these all the time with adhesive vinyl. We've done it with the sublimation, but today we're going to spruce it up. I'm going to show you 3 really fun ways that you guys can do this, and I'm going to tell you guys which one is my favorite. So today we are using the Pet Lovers bundles. We're going to dive into that, but before we do, you guys let me know, where are you guys crafting from? How's the weather? What projects are you guys working on? I want to know everything about it. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with a giveaway. We are going to be giving away 15 plus credits. So if you guys want to win some plus credits, you guys let me know down below. Give me some hearts. I can see we've got some, thank you. Let's see. Hello, hello. We see yay. We've got all of the things. Hello, everybody. I am so excited that you guys are here. We are getting to the end of October. I'm starting to put away all of my pumpkin stuff. I'm ready to decorate for Christmas, y'all. So I'm just over there. Now today, this Pet Lovers bundle, we're outside of Christmas and all of the holidays. This is going to be for anybody all year round. If you are a pet lovers, you're going to love this. Or if you know somebody and you want to make a gift for them, you're going to love this bundle. I see all of those hearts coming in. So today, to win the 15 plus credits, to have a chance at it, all you have to do is use hashtag puppy in the comments below. Hashtag puppy is going to get you a chance to win 15 plus credits, which we will announce here in just a bit. Now, if you guys are curious, do you have to have a plus membership to use these plus credits if you win? And no, you do not. They'll be added to your account and you can use those. Now, also another question I've been seeing a lot lately with these bundles, like I'm showing you guys today, do you have to be a plus member to purchase them at this price? And the answer is no. Anybody can purchase these bundles. So I want to go ahead and answer that right away. Hello, hello, everybody. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the Pet Lovers bundle. I'm going to show you guys this bundle here. I'm really excited about it, especially if you guys, like I said, pet bundle, whether you guys have dogs, cats, chickens, whatever it may be, you guys are going to love this bundle. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up, make it much bigger so you guys can hopefully see it a little bit better. And this is the Pet Lovers Volume 2. And then one thing I want to go ahead and mention as well, you guys can see this is $19, so less than $20. You guys are getting almost $280 in value. These are time sensitive. Once they expire, we do not bring them back at this price. So if you guys want to snag this, make sure you guys do so. You guys can see that countdown is happening there. Once it expires, it is gone for good, and then they will be all at full price. So you guys can see here, it is packed full of goodies. So this watercolor paws is one that I'm going to show you guys today. I've already got a few ready, but I'm going to show you how I did it. These are perfect for tea towels, t-shirts, acrylic keychains like we're doing today. Even if you want to use your Cricut with vinyl, I just wanted to show you guys a really fun way to do it and a different way to do it. We have this one we're going to use today, the Chicken Whisperer. I think this would be cute on a coffee mug as well, a t-shirt, an apron, you name it. I love this one. You guys let me know in the comments below if you guys are a chicken fan. All right, so we've got some really fun Christmas ones here for the pets. You guys could do some dog bandanas. We've got some cats. So if we've got our cat lovers here, I will be using this bundle today, and I've even personalized it with my cat's name. So I'm going to be doing that one on one of the keychains as well. Signs, pillows, all of the things. But look at how loaded this thing is. It is absolutely jam-packed full. We even have stuff for birds. There's every pet, horses. It's all in here. Like I said, look at this. $20, and you guys, less than 20 bucks, you guys are going to have a great bundle. Whether you guys are beginners or whether you guys are pros, this is going to be a perfect bundle to add to your collection. All right. So once again, if you guys are not a plus member, you can still purchase this. All you're going to do is add to cart and simply check out. So easy peasy. All right. So let's go ahead and drop this back down and let's go over the supplies that I am using today. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this down. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So I see everybody using that hashtag puppy and participating. And let me go ahead and announce this stuff. And if you guys are ready, make sure you guys use that hashtag puppy because we will be announcing a winner for that very soon. All right. So going over the stuff that I'm using today, we're going to be doing a simple sublimation. Now, when we are talking about acrylic keychains, These are not made for sublimation. These are the blanks that we purchase. You can make them on your own with your Glowforge. All it is the acrylic sheets cut out with a circle with a little hole already. I absolutely love these, not only for my Cricut projects, but even for sublimation. So today, I'm going to show you guys how to simply sublimate. So we've just got some regular sublimation paper here, and I'm going to show you guys how to sublimate that. Then I'm going to show you guys how to do the DTF hack. So with these ones that I created right here, these are actually with that DTF hack that we've been using with that powder, so which is a direct to film hack. I love this one. Absolutely obsessed with it, and you can use your little mini irons with these ones. All right. So we're going to be doing that, adding some paint on the back. I've got the keychain hardware, tassels, and we have all the supplies I'm using linked down below. Now, the really fun one as well is, did you guys know there is this UV laminate? You can get it in matte or gloss. The one that I like is matte, and it is by StarCraft. And so when you purchase these, you can actually sublimate on them. So I'm going to go ahead and drop you guys down because I want to show you something that we created. You guys are actually getting a sneak peek today, and you guys will see this coming in a short. So if you guys are not following us on Instagram or TikTok, make sure you guys are definitely doing that because we have some really fun stuff that we're working on. All right, so let me go and drop this down so I can show you. So if you guys know, the Dollar Tree sells these cutting boards, right? So these cutting boards right here, I thought I had seen somewhere where somebody was sublimating on these, but I tried it and you can't. All right, so these are from the Dollar Tree. What I did was I removed my feet off of here. And this right here is that UV laminate. So instead of mirroring it, I did not mirror because I put it on this side here, and you can see it through this way. Now I got my pressure off a little bit. Y'all can see there, but look at those colors. They are gorgeous. So we were able to sublimate. You could do not only the acrylic keychains, you can do the glass cutting boards as well with this stuff. Lots and lots of different ideas to use this stuff for. So I'm really, really excited about it. So we're going to do that. But like I said, it is called, let me show y'all a little bit closer here, the StarCraft Matte UV Laminate. All right, so we're going to be doing that one. So the first one we're actually going to be starting with is going to be the regular sublimation. Now, if we are ready, let's go ahead and do our very first giveaway. If we are, again, we'll pull that up. It looks like we are ready. Here we go. Let's do it. So we're going to go ahead and hit draw. Once again, this is for 15 plus credits. Good luck to everybody. Dun, 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 dun. What a way to start a Monday morning, right? Monday evening, Monday afternoon, wherever you are. Congratulations, Hannah. Thank you so much for watching us over there on Facebook. You are the lucky winner. All you have to do is simply reach out to mel@designbundles.net. Let them know that you are the lucky winner of the 15 plus credits today, and they will add that to your account as soon as possible. So once again, congratulations, Hannah. All right, so we are going to, a few things that I want to do. Number one, let me ask you guys this first before we go into any other giveaway. So what I've done here, I want to actually teach you guys, is you can either turn the mirror on, turn the mirror off. So there's two different ways that you guys can do this all the way across the board, okay? So for me, what I liked, I'm going to drop y'all down so y'all can see. Hopefully y'all guys can kind of get the gist of what I've got here. So for this one here, this one is not mirrored. So on this side, underneath my paint, which I'm going to show y'all today, is where my DTF is, and you can't feel it. It's under the paint. It's so cool. So it just protects my design. So I got it mirrored on the back side, all right? So when it comes to, so I printed these out mirrored and unmirrored. So to say that 10 times fast. So what I want to do is I want to know, should we do it on the back side to where it comes through like this, so you can add your paint, or should we mirror it to where it's on the front? What do y'all guys want to see? Mirror, not mirror? You guys let me know in the comments below, which way do you guys want me to go? Mirrored or not mirrored? And then also when it comes to the cat is the one that we're going to use with that UV laminate. I do not have it. I'm trying to think. Yes, I do not have it mirrored because I'm going to have it up underneath the bottom. So I'm for sure going to have that one not mirrored. I like mirrored. Okay, we've got mirrored, not mirrored. Let's see here. Dun, da, da, da. Which one? Both. Okay, either way. Not mirrored. See, that's the way I'm really going. I really want to show you guys not mirrored because I want to show you guys. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of not mirrored. Perfect. Okay, so now that you guys are got that going on for me, let's go ahead and announce the next one. So we're going to go ahead and give away this entire Pet Lovers bundle to a lucky winner. All you have to do, drum roll please, we're going to use hashtag keychain. So use hashtag keychain in the comments below, and that will give you a chance to win this entire bundle. So somebody's going to snag this thing for free today. So use that hashtag keychain. So let's get started with our very first project. And what I wanted to do was the regular sublimation, because it does involve a step that's going to take just a second, which includes having a thing of water on the side, which I'll show y'all. So we're going to be using the Cricut Easy Press. I really prefer using a bigger press like this because the pressures, but I'm going to show y'all guys with the Cricut Easy Press. With the DTF, I use the mini, but I'm going to show y'all with Cricut Easy Press today, okay? I want to make sure everybody can access and do this deal. So let me go ahead and drop y'all down below. Let's get started. So the very first one, I'm doing 385 for 60 seconds. I really honestly haven't done this one in so long. I feel like we could get away with 385 for 40 seconds. So I'm going to try 385 for 40 seconds. And then if it works, we're good. We only need 40 seconds. If it doesn't work, I'll do it again, but I'll do it for the 60 seconds just to show y'all. So we're going to do it not mirrored because I do think we won that one, right? So when I cut these, I try to leave myself a nice little border. I'm going to double check where I'm at. I really like to have a border all the way around. Y'all guys can kind of see through there because, and I can actually peel this off. So when you go to press these, you don't want to leave this on here. Let me grab a weeding tool. I was unprepared. I always got to forget something here. All right, let me pull this off here. So whenever you guys sublimate these, already pull these off, whatever coating, whether it's clear, yellow, brown, make sure y'all pull those off. And so like I said, with this paper, I like for it to go all the way around, because you can get the crease lines. Say, for example, I cut it real close here. Those crease lines can show up in that plastic. It can definitely leave, or that acrylic. So we're going to center this guy up, get it nice and centered. And we're going to add some tape. So I've got my heat tape here. All right. So let's get one at the top. We're going to get one at the bottom. Like I said, with this one here, this is regular sublimation. I do not have it mirrored. You could do it either or. And then make sure that's going to stay awake. We're going to get this out of our way. And then we're going to use our Cricut pad. What I would actually prefer, I wish I'd have brought it today, was the pressing pads that are more firm, that are more hard. And I don't really want to press it straight on my table, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. So I'm going to put it right in the center. I want a nice, even pressure. We're going to take a piece of parchment paper, and we're going to create a taco. We're going to put this in here. So I've got paper up, acrylic down. We're going to get it in here just like so. All right. And I'm going to try to keep it in the center. I'm going to keep that pressure consistent. So like I said, let me bring that time down. I'm going to try 40 seconds because I told y'all I haven't tried this in a while. And I truly think we can get away with 40 seconds compared to 60. Things have changed so much in the sublimation world, honestly. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to hit go, and I'm going to try to keep that even pressure. Now, the thing about it is when you have a high heat with this acrylic, it does have a chance to bend. So you want to get it in nice cold water, which I've heard about it, like it could cause your acrylic to have some little, stress cracks in it and things like that. So definitely be mindful of that. So you could have warm water instead of cold water, so that way it's not such a hard hit. Mine's not cold. It's just room temperature is where mine is. All right. So as soon as we're done with this, we're going to try to peel off what paper we can, and it'll go straight in the water. So with this, the paper is going to want to stick to the, we're almost done here. The paper is going to want to stick to the acrylic. So if you guys have ever done like a Mod Podge wood transfer with like laser paper, that's what it kind of reminds me of. All right. So we are going to go ahead, get some heat gloves because this thing is going to be hot. We're going to go ahead and carefully peel. I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to bend my, all right. And I think that was pretty good. You guys can see that through there. All right. I think, see that? Hey, 40 seconds looks good to me. And most of my paper did come off. We have very little paper left. So now I'm going to go ahead and take a thing of water. Like I'll see here, I've just got a little bin here, and drop that down. So that way we can get that paper off here in just a sec. Let me take this, get that doused in there. Perfect. Once again, this is just room temperature. You could definitely do warm water so it's not taking such a hard hit there. All right, so we're going to let that guy sit aside. And so now we're going to move on to the next one. All right, so for the next one, I'm going to do, I'm trying to remember my times, 3:45 for 60 seconds. So for the next one, we're going to do that StarCraft UV laminate. So 345 for 60 seconds. It's so hard to keep up with these, but you guys can definitely watch this on the replay for numbers. So we're going to drop that temp down because I don't want to melt that vinyl. Essentially, this is like a clear vinyl. It's not the same. I mean, it's a UV laminate, so don't get me wrong on that, but we don't want to melt it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up to 60. All right. And then let me get it up there. Perfect. There we go. And I messed up. I needed 5 more seconds here. What do we got? There we go. Perfect. All right. There we have it. So we're going to let this guy get ready. And then while we do that, we'll prep up the next one. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this back down. All right. I can see those hashtag keychains coming in there. We've got our keychain over there. I'll let it do its thing for the remainder, and we'll kind of peel it there at the end. All right. So let's go ahead and move on. Try to make sure this is kind of cool here. Let's go ahead and peel the next one here. All right. So for this one, we want to go ahead and you want to make sure your acrylics are clean, by the way. I like to use the side that I peeled that off because I know it's fresh and it's clean. I try not to touch it. I'm going to take and grab one of these UV laminates. And what's cool is we can trim these down to size. So I don't need, so I'll go ahead and get this up here so I can kind of figure out what I want. And then I'll show you how I like to trim it in just a sec. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Right. Boom. Now, if you need help to avoid air bubbles or anything like that, you guys could definitely put down some rubbing alcohol first and then kind of really work all that out of there. So I'm going to go ahead and carefully peel this, try to keep my fingers off of that. Get this down on here just like this. Flip it over so you guys can hopefully see that there. We've got that UV laminate on there. I'm going to grab my squeegee, which I also did not grab. All right. And then I'm just going to work out and smooth this guy down. So I got a couple bubbles here I'm going to work out. And if you get some, what I actually did, I did the same thing on that cutting board, is just lift it back up and work those out. I really love this stuff. Like I said, there's so many possibilities of what you guys could put this on. Those cutting boards, you can grab glass cutting boards anywhere. So lots and lots of options with this stuff. All right, so that pretty much looks good to me. So I've got a few bubbles, but I'm okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I trim off nice and close as I possibly can with my scissors. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now we're just trimming. And you guys make sure you're using hashtag keychain because we will be drawing a lucky winner here pretty quickly. Now, don't forget that we do Q&A at the very end. So if y'all have any questions along the way, you guys use, if you could do it in all caps, it just makes it a whole lot easier for us to find. But we will be doing Q&A here in a bit, and we will answer those questions. All right, here we go. So we're going to go ahead, and what I like to do now is I take my little knife here. You just need like an X-Acto knife, and I just get it like this. I'm going to go all the way around my edge, and that's going to clean that edge up. It just makes it a whole lot easier. Obviously, be safe. Be very careful when you do this. I'm just going to go all the way around the edge until I get all of that remaining off. You're almost there. Now, you guys let me know, have you guys sublimated keychains before? What have you guys tried doing the acrylic? The adhesive vinyl. I can't even. It's Monday. Have you guys done the adhesive vinyl keychains? Keychains is one of my favorite things as well to make. It's so inexpensive, and it's a ton of fun. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my weeding tool, and I'm going to poke a hole there and just work that around. So I'm just going to wiggle it. All right. Looks good. I almost felt like there was one tiny piece I could take off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Just a little piece somehow. There we go. Perfect. Here we go. All right. So we're going to get ready here to go ahead and press this one. Now, after I press this one, we're going to be drawing our next winner. So like I said, make sure y'all are using that hashtag keychain. So for this next one, my thing is at 385 for 60 seconds. We're going to take our cat. Once again, I'm trying to be mindful and make sure I have enough wiggle room all the way around so I don't get any weird marks. All right. Here we go. You know what? I almost messed this one up. I bumped that all the way up. So this one should be 345, I believe. 365? 345, I think, for 60 seconds. I put this thing all the way on 385, so I'm going to bump it for just a second. 345 for 60 seconds. So I'm going to bring that back down for just a minute, but while we do, we're going to keep prepping this. So on the side that I have put that UV laminate, we are going to go ahead and line this guy up. All right, looks good. Cute. You see how I've named it and everything for my little cat? We're going to take our heat tape. All right. Go. And then we're going to do this one. I have done permanent vinyl with resin. They are fun. Oh, I do love the resin too. So the resin would be a great way to seal the back of these as well. All right. So while that actually, let's go ahead and check on this keychain while we wait for just a second. So we're just going to come back over here. So basically you're just needing that paper to get wet enough, which is perfect. Here it is. All right. So I think we're about done with this. You're just going to take off all of that paper. All right. You're almost there with this one. It's so cute. So it worked out 385 for 40 seconds. I didn't even need the 60, which really helped with bending because before when I did these, they get so hot and they start to melt that acrylic that it would start to bend. So you would kind of want something to hold it down. You guys can see that chicken whisper. Hopefully y'all can see that. So cute. I think it's trying to, there we go. Maybe I can do this. Y'all can see it a little bit better. So there we go. Chicken whisper, which I'm going to add some, maybe not. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to do the chicken whisper. I'm going to add some paint on that here in a minute. I'm actually going to set this guy aside so it can start to do its drying. All right. Put that out of the way there. Get this back out of our way. Let's see where we're at. So at 364. Let's see here. I have just started doing keychains. I have been doing them around with a variety of them. I love using alcohol ink for a background. Oh, I never thought about doing the alcohol ink with the UV. Oh, that is so, so cool. Thank you so much for that tip. Okay, so I think we are almost there. Love the cat. Oh my gosh, let me show you all a little bit closer. So this is my cat, Naomi. This is her color here. She's like a darker gray cat. And so I just took and added and personalized the bottom there, right underneath the design. And so that way, for one, like I said, Christmas time is coming up. If you have a family member or you want to make them for yourself, or maybe you're going to sell them, this would be a great item to make and personalize. It is so, so stinking cute. Now, once again, if you guys, even outside of this bundle, thinking of the families, you know how you can like put the families together and you can put the names. These would be great to create for Christmas ornaments. So outside of keychains, you could do this exact same thing and make your Christmas ornaments. So I'm really excited. You could take a photo if you wanted to, take your kid's photo, and you can do the exact same thing with any of these here. So that's really cool in itself. So I think we're almost there. So I'm going to go ahead and get us ready. All right, let's see here. So let's go ahead and get this one. Like I said, y'all use that hashtag keychain. We're about to do this. Let's see. Chicken keychain is so cute. Thank you so much. Now, remember, we want to put this face down just like this. We're going to create our taco. It is ready to go. And we're going to get ready to press this. 345 for 60 seconds. So what we've done here, since we're working with a vinyl, we have brought that temp down and then brought the time up. So instead of doing a 40 seconds, because we'll be doing, it would be 40 seconds with the next one if you were using your Cricut Easy Press. I am using the mini, but it would be, for your next one, the DTF, it would be 385 for 40. So this is the highest one because it's 60 seconds, but it is down to 345. So hopefully I've got nice, even pressure here and everything is going to come out really good. I'm excited about this one. I love it. So we are almost there. Let's see, hashtag keychain. I see those coming in there. Don't forget, like I said, Q&A here in just a little bit. We're down to 20 seconds here. And you guys let me know in the comments below. Are you guys going to be purchasing this bundle? Have you already purchased this bundle? What is your favorite stuff? Is it the pets? Is it the, well, the pets? Is it the dogs? Is it the cats, horses? What is your favorite stuff that is inside of this bundle? I definitely want to know. All right, so we are almost there. We have 0 seconds. We're going to move this guy out of the way and we're going to test it out. Let me go ahead and drop us back down and grab those heat gloves. So I do highly recommend using heat gloves with this project because these are so hot. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, here we go. And then also, like I said, let me know in the comments below too. Are you guys following us on TikTok, Instagram? We definitely would love to have you guys over there as well. All right, so I can feel... Okay, I was going to say, I feel like it bit just a little bit. It didn't. It came out so cute. So on the side that the, I have my pan of the way. I need to let this cool down before I can take my gloves off. So on the side where we put the vinyl, you guys can see I need to flip it this way. So this is going to be the front of my design right here. Look at how cute. So cool. So this one is done. You could definitely go back and add paint on the backside if you want to as well. But this one right here, I think is completely done. I think it's so cute. Now with this cat design here, you guys seen inside that bundle, this thing came with so many different cats. Cats playing with yarn, cats eating food, like so many pieces and elements. So you could add all sorts of little fun elements with these, but I love the way that this one came out. So cool. So that's just another way to sublimate these keychains. So we're going to set that one out of the way for a second. And now let's go ahead and get ready for our next giveaway. Are y'all ready? Here we go. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get that pulled up. If you guys are ready, you guys start giving us some hearts down below so we can get that giveaway going. Here we go. Let's go ahead and hit that draw button. Good luck to everybody. I see there's a lot of you guys that participated. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We always love having you guys on this Monday morning. All right, so Monday afternoon. I don't know what time it is. Good luck to everybody. Here we go. Congratulations, Karen Hall. Thank you so much for watching us here on YouTube. We are so excited that you won this bundle. All you have to do is reach out to mel@designbundles.net. Let them know that you are the lucky winner of this bundle, and they will add it to your account as soon as possible. So congratulations, Karen. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and participating. Now, we are working on our last one, which is going to be the DTF. I'm going to turn this off because we're going to now switch to this guy. I think I'm going to have it on the 3. So I've hit it 3 times. All right. So we're going to have it like that. And actually, you know what? I don't. I'm actually going to have it. I'm going to have it on 1. You just need to melt the powders. So I'm going to have it on 1, possibly 2. I think I did it on 1. So I'm just pushing 1. I just need enough to melt it. All right. So here we go. If you guys want us to give away the Pet Lovers Bundle one more time, you guys drop the little emojis down below with the dogs and the cats and all of the things. If you guys are a YouTube member, use some of our really fun stickers that you guys have. So we love seeing those. So definitely make sure you guys are doing that as well. Congratulations, congratulations. And like I said, drop those animals down below if you guys are ready for the next one. I'll give you guys that hashtag in just a bit. So while you guys are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and prep that. All right, so let's talk about the DTF hack. If you guys are familiar with this, we've done it here on the channel. We've done it on TikTok. We have done this a few times, and it's been quite popular, and I love it. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to bring this guy over here, lasts so well. So we have been, me and my daughter has been wearing the sweatshirts and t-shirts we're making, and it's crazy. It is not budging at all. It is so cool. I absolutely love it. So if y'all have not tried this sublimation DTF hack, it is so cool. Not only is it like a sublimation hack to print on 100% cotton, it's also a hack to have a DTF printer technically, which is like $20,000 or super expensive. But I'm going to show you today, you can also do this hack on acrylic. So easy, very little effort into it, and it's awesome. So let's pray that the printer works today, because I'm always like when I'm live, all right? So I already have my design ready to go. So when you're prepping, the materials you're going to need for your DTF hack is your DTF film, which the one that I'm always using, and you guys, it's always out of stock. And you guys are always like, oh my gosh, where's this one? It is currently in stock. And I mean, run. As soon as this live is over, y'all definitely make sure y'all head on over. We have a link down below. Don't walk, run. This one is in stock. It's back. So y'all make sure you go and snag this one because it is the best. And I love it. Okay? I will definitely attest to that. The next one is your DTF powder. So that's DTF film, DTF powder. This is the one that I use. I'm going to drop y'all down below to show y'all the brand. It looks like this. I think everybody's ready for that next giveaway too, by the way. So the next hashtag is hashtag pets. So hashtag pets, you guys can try to win this bundle one more time. All right. So even if you put your hashtag last time, you can still participate. So make sure you guys use that hashtag pets. All right. So this is the powder that I'm using. It is by this brand right here, Ghidorah. I love it. I have actually tested out another brand the other day for one of our TikToks and Instagram, and I didn't like it. So this one so far I have found these two work together very, very wonderfully. So like I said, we have everything down below. Let's say, so really you need those and then a sublimation printer, whether it's a Sawgrass or an Epson. And this is the way that I get it to feed through mine. I have my film with the matte side up. So you have a side that's like a milky shiny. That's going to go against your paper. You want to use just laser paper because laser paper is the same thickness as sublimation paper. You don't want to waste your sublimation paper. Use a piece of laser paper, take a piece of painter's tape, get it across the top just to get them to hold together. Make sure it's nice and straight. You want very minimal on the side you're printing on, so that way you don't accidentally get that in the way of the ink. Then we're going to load it in our printer like this. So paper side up because it's, and the tape in because it's going to pull it through like this. Now, if I had it on the back, say my Epson took it like this, I would want the clear side up and it would suck it in. Does it make sense? So here we go. Open my printer. Paper side up, tape back. We're going to pop that guy in there. I'm going to go ahead. You guys won't be able to see this, but I'm going to go ahead and drag this guy over and print. So we're going to go ahead and pull this up. Okay. And we're going to, I have it on, these are the questions I get for this. I have it on polyester setting. I have it on True Pix Classic. I have it, for this one, I have the mirror off because I have it on the back side. And then for my color, I have it on Vivid. So that's what's going to give me those nice, bright, bold colors. All right. So here we go. So we're going to go ahead and hit print and let this guy go. Now you want to be prepared. So when that prints out, you want to have your powders ready, right? So we're going to take ourselves a piece of parchment, copy paper, whatever you got. We're going to have that ready. All right. We'll check. I think, yep, that's going. And then we're going to have our powder. I already have the lid off, ready to go. Anything you don't use, you can put back inside of here. And y'all, I was talking about this in a pre-record y'all haven't seen yet, but I found this. It's almost like when you have baby formula and you find that little, the little thing inside, a little scooper. I found it the other day. So if y'all have the same brand, you already have it. It's down in there in this little plastic. All right. We're almost there. Here we go. Don't fall off there because these inks are wet. So while your inks are wet, I'm going to drop y'all down so y'all can see. While your inks are wet, they look very transparent. We're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and peel this. Now, I've actually used this one several times. So this one right here, I actually set this aside and I use it over and over again. All right. Get that out of our way. So with the inks wet, you want to work pretty quickly. We're going to take just a little bit here and sprinkle those. Just like that. And then we're just going to work our way back and forth. And you have to have a sublimation printer. It does not work with inkjet. It definitely has to be sublimation. That's a question I've been getting as well. All right, so there we go. We have tested, so y'all stay tuned. We have a video coming. We have tested the black powder. So if that's something y'all have been curious about, make sure y'all hit that notification bell down below because that video will be coming soon. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take the remaining powder. All right. And we are going to get it back inside of here. So this powder will last you forever. All right. Especially if you're just doing it like a little hack like I'm doing, forever that is going to last you. Okay. If you had a small biz, you may have to replace, I don't even know. This thing's going to last a long, long time. Okay, here we go. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go ahead and trim. So I'm just going to go ahead here and figure out which one do y'all want me to do? Which one do y'all want me to show live? I'm going to go ahead and ask y'all that really quickly. So I have 3 different keychains here that I've already done, and I want to show you guys the colors and stuff. So which color? We have orange pink, so orange/pink. We have blue purple, and then we have multi. So you guys can actually put orange, blue, or multi. Which one do you guys want to see me press today? Orange, blue, or multi? You guys pick. Let's see here. And don't forget, Q&A at the very end. If y'all have any questions about any of these along the way, do it in all caps. It's just so much easier for us to find. We'll answer all of those in just a bit. All right, so while y'all are doing that, to go over it again, if you're using a Cricut Easy Press, or you're going to be using your bigger heat press, you want to do 385 for 40 seconds. And that is going to get your DTF hack, whether you're putting on a t-shirt or whatever. But I'm going to be using it with this mini one on the acrylic, and I did have it in light. And we want a piece of parchment paper that's going to protect us again, which I'll show y'all in just a second. All right, I've seen some multi coming in. All right, I'm thinking that multi is winning here. Orange. Let's see, multi, blue. I'm seeing a lot of multi, blue. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I feel like multi blue's got a die in it. Oh my gosh, y'all guys, here we go. Which one? Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to let Agata message me in the private chat. Which one do you think has been more? Is it the multi or is it the blue? I'm going to let Agata tell me. She's probably seen more multi. There we go. We got it. All right, so for the multi, which is right here, I am going to go ahead and get this guy. I'm going to do the same thing, keeping that paper nice and wide, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get that out of here. I'm going to drop y'all back down below and we're going to be ready. I'm going to go ahead and dust. I think I got a few pieces out here. Go ahead and get some of that off. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one out of the way. And like I said, it's really, you can see where it's covered it with powder in case you guys are new to that DTF hack. It's covered the ink. You want to do it right away. Work quickly. So now what we're going to do, I did not mirror because this is going to be the back side. If it's not going to be the back side, then don't mirror, okay? We're going to do just as usual. I'm going to make sure this guy stays awake. Nope. I might go back to one. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and remove the back just as we have. All right. We're going to bring this guy back over here. I'm going to go ahead and grab this. So we're going to do the same thing. And let's see how I'm going to do this. So we're going to get our acrylic keychain down like this. We're going to go ahead and get our DTF hack. You don't really want to move it around because our powders, you know, I've been getting a lot of questions on the curing. The curing really is going to be to melt the powders to the vinyl, to the direct to film. If you're going to be storing it, you're not using it right away, you're afraid about shifting it, you're going to be selling it where you're shipping them in the mail, then cure it, which means you're going to have your heat press over it for around 30 to 60 seconds, which is going to melt that powder, the adhesive on that film, so you can move it around. Okay. That's what the curing process is. Now I'm going to go ahead and I was going to tape it to be safe. Yes, I am. I'm going to tape it to be safe. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get it like this. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I don't need to cover this with parchment. I'm actually going to, see where it's there. We go. I'm not putting this on a t-shirt. Okay. I don't need it to outlast a wash. I just need to melt those, that adhesive enough to where it is going to stick and last on our acrylic keychain, right? So I'm just going to go over it. It does not take very long. Once again, those sublimation inks are going to come to life once you press them. See how it's starting to brighten up already. And I'm trying to be careful because I already feel my acrylic keychain is bending because of the heat. So I honestly think we're good. You don't want to peel this hot. You want to let it completely cool back down and then peel. So I think we've got everything melted good enough. I'm just double checking and kind of feeling that. I really think that's going to be good. I'm going to let this guy set aside, let it kind of cool down. While we do that and let that guy sit there, let's go ahead and come back. We're going to leave the cat. Look how cute that cat is. You can really see it pop off of those. So let me bring that up so y'all can see it a little bit better. That cat, y'all let me know too in the comments below. Which one is your favorite? Has it been the UV laminate? Is it just the sublimation, or is it going to be the DTF? Oh my gosh, that cat. I love it. All right. So let's go ahead and go to our chicken, which is right over here. I'm just going to make sure she is dry. We're going to go back. I've got a few pieces of paper. I'm just taking my fingernail, just kind of scraping those off, just kind of, tapping them off there. There we go. The chicken. You could definitely leave it like this. You guys can see that a little bit better. Hopefully against that, I'll bring it back up again. So you guys can definitely just leave it like that, throw on some hardware, and it's going to be good to go. But to go even further, the side that we put this on, right? We are going to go ahead, which is correct. Yes, the side that we put this on, we're going to add our paint. So I'm going to go in there with a little bit of chalk paint. I'm using the Waverly, which you guys can grab locally at Walmart for like $1.50. So we're going to use this. Just make sure it's nice and mixed up. I love the cat. I do too. I think it's my favorite. It's so cute. And it's so easy. So no mess. You don't have any mess. You don't have to have any high heats and all that kind of fun stuff. And it's so cute. Like I said, can you imagine using, I'm bringing y'all back up here for a second. Can y'all imagine using our designs too for, like, say, for example, creating Christmas ornaments with these? So think outside of the box of these. I'm just giving y'all some inspiration and some ideas here, but do this same thing for this holiday season with those Christmas ornaments. I mean, personalize them for the families. You can gift them. I mean, all sorts of things. So y'all let me know too. Are you guys going to try to do Christmas ornaments? All right. I'm taking a little bit of that chalk paint. Drop this back down. I'm going to go on the chicken here. And what I do here is just simply do some brush strokes like this. You could definitely paint the entire backside if you want to, but I'm just going to get some brush strokes just like that. Stop. We could turn it over, kind of look at it and see if we like that. So I'm pretty happy with that. I almost feel like it just needs a tiny bit more up here at the top. All right. There we go. How cute. I love that. It almost gives you like a vintage. You could do all kinds of colors. You could do blue. You could do pinks. You could do whatever you would like. I came in too close there. There you go. So cute. I absolutely love it. I love doing Christmas ornaments. Me too, Betty. let's see. Yes. Going to do Christmas ornaments. Yay, Lindsay. Okay. So there was that one. Let's see if this is cool enough. We're almost there. I'm going to take this little heat eraser here. It's basically almost just like a eraser with like, which you can grab locally somewhere, eraser. It's wool, and it'll help kind of take out. If you have a granite countertop, just set it on your granite for a second. We're going to see if this is ready. And bring it up so I can peel with y'all. Hopefully I had put enough, melted this enough. Here we go. So we're going to go ahead and peel. So it looks like this, right? And look at that. There we go. Now the magic really happens once we add that paint on the backside. So we're going to go back in again. So what I like to do is the side, that's why I did not mirror there, the side that our adhesive is on. So this does not have the adhesive. This is the side we did the hack on, right? We're going to take that paint and go right on top. And what this does is it protects, and it's going to allow it to where it's not going to scuff up and scratch off and all of that kind of fun stuff. So you're just going to go right over this. And this is just really going to help the colors pop even further. See how just by adding that white, how much more that popped. So at first it was super light. And then once we added that white in there, boom, it popped off there. Now y'all could do acrylic paint. I'm just a huge fan of the chalk paint. And you can add as many layers. I just did one on here. So this one here, I did on the front. I did the paint on the back. This was on the front. That was when I first started. And I thought, you know what? So let's see if y'all can see a difference there. I almost feel like the one where I did the paint on the back side of it pops a little bit better. This one looks almost a little bit blurred. So this is the one where it's on the front, and then I did the paint on the back. So you guys can hopefully see that there. And then I got to thinking, and I was like, you know what? It looks fantastic. Hopefully you guys can see that gloss there when I did the paint on the back. And you can't see. It's weird. It's like you can't almost see that. And then that paint is just protecting it. I love the way it came out. So you're going to let those dry, and then we'll add the hardware. I got all of those. I'm going to leave the cat alone because I think she's super cute by herself, but you could definitely add paint on there as well. And look at how that looks. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys can see it this way or not. Maybe. Try to do it like this. You can't even tell that this has laminate on it. It is so cool and crazy. It just looks like it's built into the acrylic. It is absolutely amazing. I love it. All right, so I think we are ready for Q&A. So if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and do Q&A. All right, now while we're doing Q&A, I'm also going to go ahead and put together these acrylic keychains with our hardware. So let's go ahead and see what questions we have. Okay, let's see. What did I wrong when my acrylic went milky? Oh, you know what? Well, with the acrylic, if your acrylic went milky, you may have pressed it too long. I wonder if you applied too much heat to it is what that almost sounds like. Let's see here. I tried acrylic and the paper made a cloudy film. Did I use too much pressure? I did 385 for 60 seconds. Yes, too much heat. So that's way too much. You need 345. So 345 for 60 seconds. And that's where, if you're talking about the UV resin, if you're talking about the DTF, that should be the settings. But I really think you're talking about that UV laminate. I want to say resin. The UV laminate from StarCraft. It is 345 for 60 seconds. So yes, too much heat. Let's see here. I tried to sub on acrylic and my acrylic circles bend. I did the water bath. Now I did have that before, and you guys can see now. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm going to try to bring it here. This is the one that we did, Sublimation. It did not have any bend in it. Used to when I did these before, and that's why I thought today I hadn't done this in so long, and Sublimation stuff has came a long way, information and all of that. So before I was doing these 385 for 60 seconds, and now I'm doing a 385 for 40 seconds, and I didn't get that bend. So definitely let's drop it down to 40 seconds and let me know what you think. Why bother with the HTV when the direct sublimation worked fine on the acrylic keychain? Yes. So with the let's see, why bother with the HTV? So the reason why is everybody may want something a little bit different. So for this one right here, I have to really add, even with just the sublimation, I still have to add that paint to make that pop. So that is one of the things to consider. When you just directly sublimate on here, if you guys have made those, you guys know, until you add some paint on the backside, it does not pop. Where you guys can see this one does pop, and it's just that vinyl. So that's something to consider as well. And I think I'm pretty sure I got paint on that one. All right, let's see here. What else do we have? Shiny side up for the film. So yeah, so for the film, you need to print on the matte side. So the shiny side is going to go against the paper. Shiny against the paper, matte side up. If you're talking about the UV resin, yes, you're going to have obviously the sticky up against the sticky against the acrylic, and then you'll be doing it here. Now with this UV resin, I think I said at the beginning, they do have matte and glossy. I just prefer the matte. Let's see here. Can you use an inkjet printer with the, you cannot. So you definitely cannot do that. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh yeah, I was going to be putting these together. Where do you get the film and what is the brand? Okay, so I did not, let me grab, I forgot to pick this up before I got started. I'm going to show y'all this brand here. Now, if it says DTF, see where it says DTF printers, you don't want to purchase it just because it says PET, because I've learned PET film is also acetate. So make sure that it's saying for DTF printers on it. This is the brand right here. They have been sold out since I purchased it. And right now, currently, they are in stock. We have linked y'all down below to make sure y'all guys definitely snag that. But it is off Nova. So off Nova. And then for the powder, it is Godora. But we definitely have all of these down below for y'all. All right, here we go. Crystal, would a coffee measure scoop work with the powder stuff? Yes, you definitely could. Now, before, I didn't even have the scoop. I was actually just pouring it like this. But I found it. I was actually doing a TikTok and I found it down inside. I even recorded me finding it. I was like, oh my gosh, what is this inside here? But it's really cool. So if you don't have one, yeah, definitely feel free to use, a teaspoon or, the little small measuring cups and things like that. So that will definitely work as well, Joy. All right, let's see here. Do you have to take the clear coat off the keychain before you press? You definitely do not. So you do not have to do any of that stuff. You are good to go. Just make sure you're protecting these with the Teflon. Now with the DTF, you seen I didn't, because as long as you have everything covered with this film, like the entire thing covered my acrylic keychain, this is my protective shield. So I don't need that. And make sure y'all do put a Teflon between your Cricut pad and your press, because you don't want to accidentally melt that acrylic keychain. You never know what can happen. You don't want to melt that on your pad. Same thing if you were using a bigger press. Can you use the powder on wood or glass? I'm definitely thinking so. If y'all want to see it done on wood, y'all let me know in the comment below. Let me raise your hands. If you want to see it done on glass as well, like I said, raise your hands and I will definitely show you guys that. Now, I think I need to test it. I don't know. I feel like if you put it on a coffee cup or like a regular glass, I really feel like when you go to wash that cup, your sponge is really just going to tear it up. It's hard to explain how it feels, but I don't think it's going to last very long. But if you were doing it on something that is not going to be washed, it would be okay. Let's see. Will the DTF scratch off the keychain? No. So as long as you protect it with that paint, it's weird. It puts almost like a UV resin would on it. And that's another thing too. Once you put it on there, you could cover UV resin to protect it as well, some sort of clear coat. But really that paint protects it. Now, if I didn't, and I just carried it around like this one, it would probably potentially get some scratching going on there. This is the way to fill. It's very different from a t-shirt to this. It gives me almost a wax filling. Now, it's not, but that's the feeling. If you want to know what it feels like, especially, it feels like wax. It's really cool. All right, let's see here. Question, is there another way to do the multi keychain if you can't do sublimation? I have the inkjet StarCraft paper, also inkjet printer sticker paper. Yes, so you could definitely do any of those as well. And I almost feel like we could potentially probably press this too with inkjet. I want to try it. I almost feel like we could potentially print on it. I really want to put it to the test. I don't know. It's too silky. Scratch that. I'm over here thinking too far. But there is lots and lots of different things that you can printable. So if you only have an inkjet, you can still pull that off for sure. My Epson Echo Tank lays down too much ink on the PET film and I get pizza wheels. That is something that I have seen a lot of. So over on TikTok, that video blew up. You guys may have seen it. It's like over 500,000 now. Well, yeah, 500,000 is that what you say? 500,000 views. And that has been some for all of the Epson users. What I've been recommending, because I've heard from fellow friends that there's something in that printer setting. So for example, one of my friends had said they actually were able to just pull it through like this. One of them showed just putting the paper in the backside, not taping it, but enough to help push it through, and it came through. But one of the things is going into your printer settings and changing it to say, a super thin paper, or whether it is like a matte paper or something like that. And that seems to be grabbing it better. So with the Sawgrass, it seems to be grabbing it so much better than the Epson. So if I figure out anything or I hear any good news on how to really narrow that down, I'll let you guys know. If you guys really want me to fight and put some tests to that, I do have an Epson. We haven't used it in a bit. So y'all, this is something I was just talking to Again about the other day. I feel like my printer's been sitting there for at least a year without me printing from it. I believe we have the StarCraft ink in it. Do you all guys want to see me attempt to try to print from that thing, since we have not cleaned it or anything, and how we would fix it if it does clog? Would you guys be interested in seeing me use the Epson? And then also, would you guys be interested in me showing you guys and really trying to narrow down the DTF hack for you guys, Epson? If you do, drop down the word Epson, 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 Epson. And if we get enough of those, I'll definitely do it. All right, let's see here. Question. I printed it on the film on cotton settings. Is that too much ink on the sheet? I floated into sorts of drops like on oil and water. Yes. So if you chose the cotton settings, that's probably what it is. So I kept everything polyester. Choose the TruePix Classic, so that way the wheels know what it's doing. TruePix Classic, polyester, and I always choose Vivid. That's what gets me the bright, bold settings. And once you choose that Vivid, it should stay. All right, let's see here. What is the best sublimation ink brand to buy? Now, if you're using a Sawgrass, highly recommend grabbing the Sawgrass. The one that I use is the Sublimation. So I use the Sublimation for Sawgrass. And if you guys, so far I've put a lot to the test of the Epson, and one of my favorites is the StarCraft. And I even put it to the test, nobody hate me, but I put it to the test against the Cosmo ink, which is super popular and bright and bold. And it really was the best for me. That's just kind of worked for me when I tested it. Now there's been a lot more inks since that stuff came out and since I played with it about a year ago. So if you guys can recommend anything for me to try out with the Epson, y'all let me know, and I'm willing to try out whatever ink y'all think may be the best as well. Let's see here. When is the DTF better than sublimation? So the thing with the DTF is it allows you to sublimate technically on 100% cotton. Now you will have fill this time, and it almost feels like a very, very lightweight HTV, very lightweight. So if you've ever bought the screen print transfers, not screen print, but the direct to film transfers, 100%, that's what it feels like. Washes amazing. It's not too heavy on your t-shirt. It doesn't bend. And so, like I said, it's fantastic. But 100% cotton, it helps. Can I use the HTV on acrylic keychains? Yes, you can. So you can definitely do that as well. Good question there, Lisa. Crystal, let's see. Senior moment, forgot what I was going to ask. Can you sublimate a photo on a keychain? Yes. And that's what I was saying, Joy, is this would be, so when I show you guys this does not mean this is the way that you have to do it. You're going to do the cats, you're going to do the paw prints. This is just to inspire you guys using these products. And I'm using 3 different ones today to give you inspiration along the way of whatever you think looks best and what materials you want to. So take your family photos, take any of the other designs that we may have, put those on here and definitely make your own, whether it's going to be a keychain that you're going to make for your own or gift to somebody, or maybe you're going to make those Christmas ornaments, like I said. So, yeah, feel free to do whatever you guys would like. So if y'all want to see me do a photo, we can personalize it, maybe add some family names or something. Y'all let me know that as well, because I'm definitely willing to try out whatever. I'm willing to try it out so you guys can see it without making the mess. Does that make sense? All right, so I think that was our very last question. So let's go ahead and get ready for the giveaway. And also, y'all, please forgive me. I did not put these keychains together because we were chatting so much. But with that hardware there, it is so, just to show y'all real quick, because the giveaway, the hardware there, it's so cute to put together. And we do have that down below. All right, back to the giveaway. Here we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and draw here. Good luck to everybody. I see we have a lot of participants. This is going to allow you to win that entire pet bundle. So good luck to everybody. Thank you all for watching. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Congratulations, Paula Brooks. Thank you so much for watching here on YouTube. Congratulations. You have won this entire Pet Lovers bundle. All you have to do is reach out to mel@designbundles.net. Let them know that you are the lucky winner of this bundle, and they will add it to your account as soon as possible. Once again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We really enjoy it when you guys come every single Monday. If you guys are new here, definitely make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, the notification bell. We go live every single Monday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And don't forget, our dollar event will be this Wednesday. So you guys will see us back here live this week at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So y'all get your coffees and y'all come hang with me because I have some really cool crafts for y'all. And y'all don't want to miss our dollar event. That's where you guys can snag lots of big bundles for $1. So definitely make sure you guys check that out as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.